For this next osmosis experiment, you're going to need an egg, and we're going to start off with vinegar. So I'm just going to fill this up a little bit more. And all I'm doing is we're going to put this egg in here, and we're going to come back in a few days and we're going to make some observations. So there's the egg. See you in a few days. So when you place an egg in vinegar, you'll start to notice these bubbles that are forming. So vinegar is acidic. When you put an egg in vinegar, an eggshell is comprised of something called calcium carbonate, which is a base. So when the acidic vinegar hits the basic shell, the calcium carbonate, an acid and a base mix, and they form carbon dioxide, which is a gas. So that's what you're seeing released, these bubbles. So this egg has been sitting in vinegar for just over 24 hours. So now I'm going to take it out, rinse it under water, and we'll compare it to our original egg before putting it into cornstarch. So I just rinsed the egg under water, and as you can see, it looks a lot different than our original egg. I'll put it next to each other so you can compare the size. And you can see it's even a little bit bouncy. So that shell is completely off. And now I will do a zoom in so you can compare the size. And here's a shot of the size difference so you can compare the original egg to the vinegar soaked. So now we're going to add the vinegar soaked egg into a glass with corn syrup. So you're gonna put it in. You really wanna make sure you push it down so it's all soaked and merged into the corn syrup. And you're gonna leave this overnight. So I'm gonna take a picture, but here's the egg after sitting in cornstarch. You really want to make sure and be careful with it at this stage if you try this experiment at home. And just to compare, here is our original egg. Here's our egg after sitting in cornstarch. Why do we think it looks like this? Okay, so now for part 3, I'm just going to add some food coloring to a jar of water. In this jar, it's just water and food coloring. Tap water and food coloring. Now I'm going to take the egg after it's been sitting in cornstarch, and I'm going to take a time-lapse video and you can watch what's happening. After watching that time lapse, I'm just going to take it out and you can observe the egg. And we're going to compare it to that original. So this is after it's been submerged in water with food dye. This is the original. I'll have you answer a couple questions, and I hope you have a great spring break.